Boxing back at it with another breakdown and prediction, and this for the WBN Ring Magazine lightweight title that Jorge Linares holds. You know what I mean? Jorge Linares, a man who got over 40 fights. I think he's 44-3. You know what I'm saying? Over 20, 25, 26 KOs, maybe 27. And he's a formidable opponent for Vasyl Lomachenko, who's moving up in weight to try and achieve his third world title in three different divisions. You know what I mean? Now, Jorge Linares is a good fighter. He's a pound for pound level skill set. You know what I mean? He's a guy who been a professional since like 2002. Yeah, I mean, we in 2018, man. Good 16 years, man. This guy Jorge Linares been pushing along strong. But truth be told, man, I like Jorge Linares, you know what I mean? He himself is a three different division champ, you know what I mean? He's been a featherweight champ when he beat Oscar Larios. That was like in 2008 or something. He beat that was for his WBC featherweight title. Then he had a WBA title at super featherweight 130, and he's been a two-time champion at what you call it, at lightweight. You know what I mean? He's had the WBC lightweight title. You check it a couple times. Matter of fact, like three times. You know what I mean? Twice. You know what I'm saying? And he's had also a WBA lightweight title. You know what I mean? So the man is accomplished. You check it. The man is a title holder, a world title holder in three different divisions, from featherweight, super featherweight, and at least three-time champion at lightweight. You know what I'm saying? So this fight right here is not for the faint of heart, man. This is a good fight between two good opponents. You know what I'm saying? I believe the man Jorge Linares is definitely the older guy. You know what I'm saying? But not by much, because the man um, Vasyl Lomachenko is also a guy I'm sure he's probably in his early 30s, or if he's not 30 already, he must be 30. You know what I mean? But Jorge Linares is a guy who definitely got the longer reach. You know what I'm saying? Probably by a few four. I'm not looking at the box record or anything. I'm going off the cuff, man. But I know he definitely is a taller fighter and he has a longer reach. But truth be told, when it comes to Vasyl Lomachenko, that don't mean nothing. More times than many, Vasyl Lomachenko fights guys with longer reaches and taller opponents. You know what I'm saying? But as far as a breakdown and prediction, keys to victory for Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares he has to mix it up. He has to be an awkward fighter. He can't be predictable. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to switch and change paces. He's gonna have to dictate the pace and the range in this particular fight. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to have success from the inside and the outside. Can he mix it up? Well, we'll find out on Saturday night. You know what I mean? I think Jorge Linares definitely is a speedster. You know what I mean? Definitely got the hand speed. You know what I mean? Combination punches. You check it. That's where he has the advantage. You know what I mean? But sure, the man Vasyl Lomachenko, he himself also has hand speed and combination punches. You know what I mean? Who's the better guy with the body shots? They both do throw body shots. You know what I mean? Vasyl Lomachenko, I probably say is more of a better body shot puncher. It's funny how Vasyl Lomachenko, when he fights, you know what I mean? The people marvel at his skill set. You know what I mean? Oh, look at the movement, look at the footwork, look at the skill set, look how he's boxing and he's hit and not get hit. You know what I'm saying? The guy, Vasyl Lomachenko, in some instances reminds me of Sweepy, Pernell Whitaker, you know what I mean? Both southpaws, you know what I'm saying? But Pernell Whitaker had definitely a better inside game and better defense, you know what I'm saying? But as far as movement and making opponents look silly and actually making opponents want to quit without even really being hurt like that, you know what I mean? Fellas ain't quitting against Vasyl Lomachenko because they face busted up. They quitting because they being made to look silly in there, you know what I mean? They getting their ears boxed off. They not landing punches, you know what I'm saying? Vasyl Lomachenko's just basically looking like the Matrix. I guess he took that moniker from the man Andre Durrell, because he ain't the Matrix no more. No, sir. You know? But Vasyl Lomachenko, I'm sorry, Jorge Linares, he's going to have to use a lot of, he going to have to be the pressure fighter, you know what I'm saying? Which is in my opinion, is his best attribute, you know what I mean? And he's going to have to make the man Vasyl Lomachenko have to be also like a counterpuncher. You know what I'm saying? And if he does that, he can probably have a chance of winning this fight. And he also got to throw looks at Vasyl Lomachenko with him being the counterpuncher. You know what I mean? You check it. As far as the footwork, I rate Vasyl Lomachenko's footwork better. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching the Luke Campbell versus Jorge Linares fight, and Luke Campbell did have success when he had his um, his left foot on the outside, you know what I'm saying? Because, he's facing a southpaw, you know what I mean? When he had his right foot on the outside, you check it, he was having some success, you know what I'm saying? But when the man Jorge Linares got on the inside of that foot, you know what I'm saying? The hand speed was just devastating, and that's what ultimately put the man Luke Campbell down. You know what I'm saying? Um, the guy Vasyl Lomachenko, I'm sorry, Jorge Linares. This is a big fight of his career. Definitely the biggest name on his resume. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that the guy been lacking for all these years. You know what I mean? Fighting these type of opponents. The kind of guys he's been fighting are definitely not no household names. And then even some boxing casuals, even the guys that did beat Jorge Linares, from Sergio Thompson to Carlos Delgado. These guys are not very familiar opponents from boxing fans. You know what I mean? Some people might remember Antonio DeMarco because of the fight he had with Adrian Broner. I distinctly remember how he chopped up the man Linares face in that fight. You know what I'm saying? It was a fight that Linares was coasting and winning, but he got his face cut up, and the referee had to stop it because of the amount of leaking that Linares was pouring from his face. And that's one thing Linares does cut easy, you know what I mean? But Linares this fight is all about Linares, truth be told, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even have to watch no film study on Lomachenko. I really know what he do, you know what I mean? But I think the man Jorge Linares, he's gonna have to be an awkward fighter. He's gonna have to throw different looks at Vasyl Lomachenko, you know what I mean? He's gonna have to be a better pressure fighter and also cut off the ring, you know what I'm saying? Easier said than done. I'm sorry, Vasyl Lomachenko got superb footwork, and in my opinion, he'll probably get out the way of a lot of punches or the pressure combination that Jorge Linares will bring. And then Jorge Linares will have to also have to fall back and make the man Vasyl Lomachenko be a lead puncher. You know what I'm saying? And that's one. That's where the man Vasyl Lomachenko is not so comfortable being a lead puncher, being the lead off fighter. You know what I mean? He actually waits for guys to make mistakes, and he counteracts and counter punches these guys. Jorge Linares he's gonna have to flip and turn the tables over, and make the guy be the lead puncher, and also follow him around and try to cut off the ring, as far as cutting off the ring to get to Jorge Linares. You know what I mean? But I think the body shots game is definitely I'll give the edge to Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Lomachenko rips shots to the body, man. Go look at the Gary Russell fight. Even go look at our fight with what's the guy's name? The Puerto Rican Roman Rocky Martinez. You know what I mean? He was ripping some body shots from early, from round one. You know what I'm saying? The guy was trying to do the same thing too, Rocky Martinez. But ultimately, man, the Vasyl Lomachenko, he won that category. You know what I'm saying? But Vasyl Lomachenko, his keys to victory, he's gonna have to do a lot of lateral movement, pivot in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Awkward punching and from different angles. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna catch the man Jorge Linares with multiple combinations to the head, and he's gonna pivot out of the way. He's gonna move to his right to stay away from the man. What's his name? Jorge Linares's straight right hand, and also left and right hooks. He's just gonna be the more elusive fighter in there. You know what I mean? When I think of Jorge Linares, I don't really think of elusiveness. I think of his hand speed. You know what I'm saying? Combination punching, and he's just a guy. His footwork ain't better than Lomachenko. He could get away with his footwork against the Marcisto Gestos and the Luke Campbells of the world. You know what I mean? But and even fellas like Kevin Mitchell who have dropped the man Jorge Linares. You know what I mean? Well, Jorge Linares has to come in this fight. He has to win the early rounds. That's the only way he could even make this fight close. If he wins the early rounds, out of the first 6 rounds, bags at least three of them, three maybe four, then maybe he has a chance of winning this fight. You know what I mean? But I think Lomachenko is the kind of guy who, if the guy does win the first early rounds, Lomachenko You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna dazzle the crowd with his with his movement and his combination punches also. You know what I mean? The uppercuts. Lomachenko throws nice uppercuts, and I just think that the man Vasyl Jorge Linares is he's a 9-1 underdog. You know what I mean, on the betting odds, but I think he's gonna make it closer than what people expect. You know what I mean? This is actually the biggest fight of Jorge Linares' life. You know what I mean? And he, what I'm saying, after this, where does he go from here if he does so happen to lose? If he does so happen to win, man, he'll be catapulted up the pound for pound rankings, and it'll be a major upset for 2018. Yeah, I mean, but I think the man Jorge Linares definitely has more pro experience. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a harder puncher too, and that's what he might have to command this guy's attention when he is the pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying? Throwing different looks at him, you know what I mean? Disguising your looks as far as your punch speed and your output, you know what I'm saying? Vasyl Lomachenko is going to try to accumulate points with, those, this kind of pity pat amateur shots, you know what I mean? And Vasyl Lomachenko also can switch gears as far as his punch combinations and also his power, you know what I mean? He's not really a guy known for power, but the way he sparked out the man Roman Rocky Martinez, that's something Jorge Linares has to be aware of. I think Jorge Linares should take a page out of Lomachenko's book and also dictate the pace and also dictate the pace of his punch output and his punch speed. You know what I mean? He can't show this guy every single look, hand speed every single time. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to mix it up. You know what I mean? Throw shots to the body. He's also going to have to be when he gets on the inside, you know what I mean? When I'm sorry, the man Linares does like to fight from a closer range, you know what I'm sorry, from a mid-range perspective, and he if he has to get on the inside, he's gonna have to rough him up, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to pull out a page from the man Solito's book, you know what I mean, and get on the inside. Who's the better fighter on the inside? Yeah, we'll have to see. You know what I mean? Because neither guy is a great inside fighter. You know what I mean? But the man Lomachenko can nullify a guy's power. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said Linares has to switch up his punch output and the punch speed. A guy like Jason Sosa was a very is a knockout artist. You know what I mean? Vasyl Lomachenko made him look stupid in there. Now I know Vasyl Lomachenko. I'm sorry, Linares and Jason Sosa are not the same type of fighters. Two different caliber fighters and different skill levels, and there's levels to this. You know what I mean? But if the man Linares, who does have some punching power, if his power punch punching power is nullified as well as his hand speed, then it's going to be a long night for him. You know what I mean? And the fact that the man Jorge Linares is not with his longtime coach, the Cuban Ishmael Salas, you know what I mean? That also leaves me a lot of room for concern to say that the man Jorge Linares is in for a long night, you know what I mean? But ultimately, I do think he's going to win at least five rounds, you know what I'm saying? I think this will be a 7-5, probably unanimous decision. Maybe a split decision. Maybe one judge might see it in favor of the man Jorge Linares. Maybe not, but I just see a 7-5 clear-cut decision victory for the man Vasyl Lomachenko. You know what I mean? I think Vasyl Lomachenko is right at this stage of his career. He's on the roll, you know what I'm saying? But I think Jorge Linares also has to have some dog in him and let this guy know you coming up to my weight division where but both guys came from the featherweight divisions, you know what I mean? So they'll probably be the same size. But the man Jorge Linares does have to employ some I'm not saying dirty tactics, but he's going to have to be the tough, rough, and tumble inside fighter for moments of this fight and dictate pace from outside. You know what I mean? If he can do that, he has a chance. Be March Boxer, let me know what y'all think about this fight. Leave your thoughts and comments on who you think's going to win this particular fight. I got the man Vasyl Lomachenko winning his third title in 3 different divisions, and also being the Ring Magazine champ when he gets through with the man Jorge Linares. Be March Boxer, leave your thoughts and comments. 7-5 for the man Vasyl Lomachenko, and I'm gone. 1.